Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday on May 20th, 2023. Super excited to be here with you today. And I'm hoping that you had an amazing Saturday, considering all the amazing energy that we are actually in right now. There's so much going on that it really took me a really challenging time to come up with today's title in reference to what it was I wanted to actually chat with you about, considering all the energy that's taking place right now. But after thinking about it and even possibly flipping a coin, I came up with the title as Active Pact Change that is coming through. Now that Mars has entered Gemini today, no, I'm sorry. Mars has rewind. Mars had entered Leo today. Mars entered Gemini way back when, a couple of months back. Which, funny enough, if we really think about it, to why that might have came out of my mouth, stumbled off of my lips, is because the energy of Mars in Gemini going back in March 13th of 2023 really has a huge impact on this energy that we are in right now. If you are not aware, Mars usually stays in a sign for about 5 weeks. However, back in March 13th, 2023, when Mars entered Gemini, it actually stayed in Gemini for 7 months. Wow, yes, 7 months. So anytime a planet stays in a sign for that long when it usually doesn't, you can almost guarantee that there's a reason behind that energy. And since then, Mars has traveled from Gemini to Cancer and now very much in Leo. And what is it doing in Leo? It's activating our ability to change. Now, this energy is a collective energy. It's a big collective energy where we're going to see bursts of changes coming through around us. And of course, we always understand and know that any changes that we do see around us does implement us as well on a personal level. So I'm here to share with you this energy that we are in right now and wanting to know what changes have been on your mind. What changes have been on your mind that perhaps you might have put off for whatever the reasons are? What area of your life are you itching to have a change? Well, with this amazing Mars entering Leo specifically today, this energy will be with us until July 10th. So we have about a good, what is that, 5 weeks? May to June 20th is 4 weeks, then give and take another, maybe it's a little more than 5 weeks. Let's add it up to begin with. Let's see exactly what we got going on. As I always like to be precise. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have counted that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have about 8 weeks where Mars will be playing in Leo's energy and implementing active pact change for every one of us. So this is really the big deal. This is really the big energy. And as mentioned, when Mars was in retrograde in Gemini energy, it gave us the opportunity to really reflect on how we communicated, what we wanted to create, and the collaborations that we do have or did have for that matter. And you also know by now that we are hours away or even minutes away, depending on where you are in the world, where the sun is on its way to entering Gemini energy. So, as I would like to say, everything happens for a reason. And when we think about that Gemini energy, it is really about how you want to communicate, collaborate, and create. But let's stay focused on this energy of Mars in Leo. For those of you who have Leo energy, sun, moon, or rising, know that, of course, you're going to feel this. And anybody who has any, wherever your energy is in Mars, that you're going to feel as well. And whatever is going on in your fifth house energy placement, you're going to feel this energy. We're all going to feel this energy. So I am here to help you navigate, work on clearing that one chakra so you can be more aligned to the active changes that are coming in. The active pact changes, it's not just about change in one area of your life. This is big. This is about change taking place in all areas of your life. Now, for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is on the screen. I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. I'm your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and also the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck, which I use for everything. This is the deck I use to help you clear out whatever you need to clear out from whatever chakra you need to clear it out from. Now, again, going back to your signs, sun, moon, and rising, you want to peek at that. You also want to peek out where Mars is on your chart. What is in your fifth house energy? Because those everything you're going to want to work on during these next 8 weeks is clearing out those energies. So it's not just going to be, let's say, one chakra that's going to have your attention. You may have multiple chakras that have your attention. Also note that when we talk about this Mars in Leo energy, we're also going to be speaking a little bit about the Pluto in Aquarius, which is in retrograde, because that is its opposite energy. So there's a big, massive change going on right now, because Pluto being in retrograde in Aquarius until June 11th is giving us this opportunity to cut off, clear off, let go, and release what we no longer need so we can make changes. So if there's anything or anyone in your life that is not in alignment to what it is you want to do, based on your soul's calling, based on your next step, this is the perfect opportunity to start shifting that out. Now, we've had plenty of time to sit quietly and do all of our reflecting, but now it's time to take action. Now it is really time to start evaluating what next step you want to take. In fact, this recent new moon that we just had in Taurus energy has actually helped us, because we do have a lot of energy in Taurus right now. We have Uranus, we have Jupiter, that expansion that is taking on right now, which will be there for the entire year, right through May 25th, 2024. So with those planets helping us right now, with this Mars energy in Leo, making change, moving into that place of self-expression, being able to have more fun doing the things you're doing. So life is not supposed to be dull. Life is not supposed to be boring. Life is not supposed to be, just getting by. Life is supposed to be exciting, uplifting, and moving you through with pleasure and fireworks, so to speak. After all, when we think about it, we have Mars, it's that fiery planet, literally sitting in the fiery Leo. So that's a lot of fire energy going on, which is going to force us to do something different. And I use the word force, but I don't really like to use the word force, but that's the word I heard, was it's literally going to force us to do things differently. So if you are used to be in your comfort zone and sort of doing the same thing over and over and over again, well, get ready to make some changes, because whether you are conscious of it or not, this is going to be a period of change. You have 8 weeks where this double fire energy is helping you out. And there you have Jupiter in Taurus that's actually going to help you expand in the abundance, in the prosperity, in your spiritual gifts, in your ability to do more than you can ever imagine yourself doing. So go ahead and get up and dust yourself off and get ready to jump into this active, packed change that's taking place. So I would like to help you to do just that by offering you the 12-card reading. I will run through each zodiac sign to help you navigate through this energy. And again, pay attention to your natal chart. Pay attention to those areas. Pay attention to your Mars energy, where Mars is on your chart, what house it's in, what sign it's associated with on your natal chart. Then also pay attention to Leo's energy. What planets are associated with Leo, because that is going to be where the changes come through as well. And then, of course, pay attention to your fifth house energy. And then if you want to take it one step further, go look at Pluto's energy, where Aquarius is on your chart as well. So you have Pluto's energy, you have Aquarius, and Aquarius is associated with your 11th house. So there's a lot of things going on right now that's going to help you through this double fire energy we have going on. So I am going to get my cards ready. I'm going to shake them up to help you out. Now, if for whatever the reasons are you are new at this and going through all those different houses and placements might be a little overwhelming for you, then what I'm going to ask that you do is pay attention to two things, two very simple things. Pay attention to the energy of Mars, wherever Mars is on your chart. For me, Mars is in Aries, and I had this conversation earlier, and it's so funny I forgot, but for me, that is associated with my 10th house energy. So for me, that means that what Mars is going to help me with, because Aries is about the I am, who I am, how I want to show up, it's also associated with the soul's work that I came here to do. So this massive change that Mars is going to help me with. On my chart, Leo is associated with my 2nd house, and those planets in Leo for me is associated to my Black Lilith and my White Selena, which is about my badass energy and also what's protecting me in my 2nd house, which is associated with Taurus. So just with that little bit of energy, I know that when I'm looking at the cards for Leo's energy and also Taurus, because 2nd house, I know I'm going to pay attention to those cards and see what shows up for me. Now, if you are not new with this and you really want to go all in, remember, pay attention to your sun, moon, and rising sign, what's going on there. And then, of course, what's going on in Mars, Leo, and your 5th house energy. So let's get this party started and see what chakras you're going to need to work on during these 8 weeks so you can be perfectly aligned and prepared and ready to go for this massive pack change that is coming in, or active pack change that is coming in. Because whether or not you're ready for it, it's going to happen. And I always like you to be prepared. I always like to help you clear the energy, because if there is resistance going on, that resistance is going to block you from whatever it is you want to create. If there is doubt going on, it's going to block you from whatever it is you want to create. So you need to be in the space of clearing energy so you can be perfectly aligned. So we're going to start off with our Aries energy right now. And we are literally hours away from the sun's energy leaving out of Taurus and moving into Gemini. So very few hours left to go. So let's see for our Aries, what's in store for our Aries right now. What is in store for our Aries right now? Aries right now. For Aries, this is what you're going to have to work on. Your third eye. Third eye energy. This is about visualizing. This is about clearing out the ego and allowing yourself to see your vision. Allow yourself to be in a space of dreaming. If you need to, create a vision board. Put one thing on that vision board in reference to something that you would like to create in these 8 weeks. And then with that one picture that you put on your vision board, I then want you to write out at least 8 different action steps that you could take every single day. One action step a day or one action step a week. If you could do it daily, that's even better. Leading into that change. Now, the word here, your affirmation, is career change. So perhaps what's going to take place during this Mars in Leo is a career change. That whatever you were doing before may not be the same once Leo and Mars no longer play. That 7 energy is about bringing things into alignment, bringing things into balance. So it's really important to work your third eye energy so you can start visualizing what that might look like. And if you need to use this word, career change, as your affirmation, and perhaps it might actually add to your story. Maybe you are at that crossroad right now where your career is about to change. Maybe you would just let go of your job. Maybe you decided to walk away from your job. Maybe that would be one of the things that's going to change during this 8-week period. So pay attention to what that career change might look like for you, and know that you have the ability to create that. So what is it you want to do in your career? What would you like to do that you want to spend half of your day doing in your day? Because when we think about it, when we talk about our careers, we spent a good 80% of our time doing our work, our soul's calling, our 9 to 5, whatever it is. So you might as well start enjoying it. You might as well make it part of what it is you're supposed to be doing on Earth. So that's Aries energy, career change, third eye. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to the third eye energy. As we move into our Taurus, now you Taurus out there, there's still lots of energy on you. You have three planets. You have the North Node, and you also have Jupiter and Uranus. So there's lots of things going on there for you that's helping you transition with your relationships, your partnerships, your contracts. So let's see what one chakra you need to work on. Oh, it seems like there's a theme here. The third eye again. Third eye. So seeing yourself as the master teacher. Now, perhaps maybe you're in the early stages of this new journey of working on who you are. So you might need to call on a master teacher. So start visualizing yourself. Start literally asking your higher self to connect you to your master teachers. 3-8 is at 11. This is definitely your 8 weeks to heal. Be the master healer. Be the master teacher as well. This is 8 weeks for you to do. Focus, focus, focus on what you would like yourself to look like after this 8-week period. What would not just look like in reference to physical appearance, but also look like in reference to how do you want to be seen? How do you want people to notice you? How do you want people to know you? How do you want to be known based on the people you connect with? So that's your message for Taurus. Also the third eye energy. So that's interesting. So working on being the master teacher, but also working on being the master healer. You are healing the relationships you are in and start to see that. Work on your third eye energy. As we prepare for our Geminis, which early happy birthday to those celebrating. Big energy for you guys. This is brand new information, brand new energy for you. New beginning, a new start, new opportunities, new potentials. And not only will the sun be in Gemini energy, but in about 11 days after the sun enters Gemini, Mercury is going to be joining. And that's where the big playing is going to come into play, where Mars enters Leo and this Gemini Sun Mercury energy come to play with each other. Because if you're not aware, Mercury is the ruler of Gemini's energy. So there's big stuff going on right about now. And you have to keep reminding yourself that energy we experienced back in March 13th, when Mars was in Gemini for 7 months. This is the very energy that's activating the energy of the sun's energy. And now all this big stuff that's going to take place with Mars and Leo. So let's see what's in store for our Geminis. Gemini, interesting. Self-love. Now this is the root chakra. This is about getting outside and connecting with the earth. Either walk barefoot outside so you can get that connection with the earth star, or go sit next to a tree so you can really ground your energy, so you can stay focused. Self-love is very important right now for you Geminis because of all the energy that's going to be in your energy field. That 7-3 is associated with your 10th house, which is about new beginnings. It's about new beginnings and self-love, which your soul's calling. You have to start loving you. And that's going to radiate out to the work that you do. After all, you're Geminis, and Geminis are known to be creative, communicators, collaborators, writers, speakers, unless, of course, you have a wound in Gemini, and then that's a whole different story in itself. And if you do happen to have a wound in Gemini, then self-love is really an important factor here, because you have a challenging time communicating. You have a challenging time expressing yourself. You have a challenging time speaking up. So self-love would definitely be important for you Geminis. So pay attention to how to apply more self-love into your own energy and ground your energy at this time so you can stay focused on what that soul's calling is all about for you as these changes take place. Love that for Gemini's root chakra energy. As we move into our Cancers. Now, interesting enough, Mars was just recently in Cancer, obviously. Spent some time there, bringing more energy into our family, into our homes. When I speak of home, that's family, that's career, and that's, of course, your body as well. So now that Mars is in Leo and the Sun will enter Gemini, this is an opportunity for you to start letting go of what you don't need and allowing yourself to see beyond what's in front of you and tying up those loose ends so you too can have some changes. When we think about that 12th house energy where cancers are, this is really about being able to tap into your intuition, your psychic abilities, your spiritual gifts. So here we have it for Cancer. New relationships. And that makes a lot of sense when we think about it. After all, you had Mars in your energy field just recently and gave you that opportunity to really make changes in all your relationships. So there's a new relationship coming in, perhaps because you're a different version of yourself. You may be meeting somebody brand new. It could be a partnership, it could be an intimate relationship, and it could be a friendship. So whichever way you wish it to be, that red energy is about grounding yourself, grounding, bringing more balance into your life. This person that you're going to connect with, new relationship, is going to help you bring more balance into your life. They're going to balance you out, whether again it's an intimate partnership, a friendship, or a business relationship. But there's definitely balance coming into play. Q8 again goes back to that 10 energy, which is about a new beginning there. But it's also about your soul's work. So massive change coming into your soul's work as Mars is now in Leo as the Sun enters Gemini season. So pay attention to where those new relationships are going to be showing up for you, and recognize those new relationships are definitely going to bring more balance into your life and just help you to be more aligned with yourself as well. As we move into our Leos, so yes, Leos, I'm hoping that you are feeling this amazing energy as a double fire with Mars and your specific energy in itself. This is definitely a great time to get out there, communicate with your community, and just see what shows up for you. Have fun, be expressive, be creative, be adventurous. And I know, theoretically speaking, if you do happen to have a Chiron moon in Leo energy, you might be shying away from all of that, but do it anyway. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. All right, so our Leo card, patience. Now, that's quite interesting that this card shows up with this fire energy going on for you, patience. And it makes sense because there is a lot going on where you have that double fire energy right now, but you also do have that opposition with Pluto in Aquarius right now. So the changes that you're looking to see, you may have to be patient about it. It's not going to show up as quickly as you may want them to. The chakra to work on here is the heart chakra. Just allowing yourself to be in that space of gratitude. Be grateful for all the things you have going on. Be grateful for all the changes that are happening, and just allow yourself just for that patience. That 4 energy, very much associated with balance, stability, being diligent enough to get what it is you want, and also harmony. And when we look at astrology, it's associated with the 4th house, which is very much associated with Cancer, which is your home energy, the nurturer that you are. And having Mars just recently in Cancer has helped you really nurture this energy that you're moving into. So patience is definitely important to have. Be patient with your body, as your body may undergo some changes as well. So just be grateful. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. In fact, I recommend that you write out gratitude lists. A couple of gratitudes a day might be very helpful to help you ease into that patientness. So that's our Leo energy. As we move into our Virgos, this is definitely a time to utilize the sun's energy to help you tap into your soul's calling, recognize all the things you have achieved, recognize what's coming to change, and just get yourself ready to go with this amazing Virgo energy. Remember that as Virgos, you are represented by that 6th house energy. So it is about your body system, so there may be some changes going on there, and also know that you have control on the changes coming there. So if there is something you do want to change based on your body system, maybe you want to reactivate your fueling and feeding, maybe you want to activate more movement into your schedule, such as strength training, this is a perfect time to bring that into play. Because again, the more confident we are in our bodies, the more we show up in our soul's calling. They work hand in hand, believe it or not. And your card, oh, interesting card, spiritual career. Spiritual career. So perhaps this Mars Leo may lead you into a spiritual career. Now, when I speak of spiritual career, it's not necessarily about having to be a healer, acupuncturist, or massage therapist. It's just something that you love doing, and you might be spending more time doing that. So it is about conversations. It's about connecting with different people, but it's definitely a spiritual career. You can use that as your affirmation, or how does that add to your journey, your story right now? The 7 energy is really about discovering who you are, so soul searching. The double 7 is that 14, which is that 5, perfectly aligned with the Mars and Leo energy, the changes that are coming through. And pay attention. Perhaps you've been talking about wanting to shift gears in your career. This might be the opportunity for that. So you might be having a conversation with somebody. You might actually ask somebody to help you update your resume. I just heard that as well. So pay attention to whatever it is you need to change on your resume and start getting those resumes out there. This Mars and Leo is definitely going to help you in your soul purpose, especially with the sun entering Gemini at this time. So interviews may be showing up. Conversations are definitely going to be happening. And it's definitely time for change for you Virgos. Love that. As we move into our Libras, Libra, this is definitely time for travel, higher learning, higher consciousness. It's definitely a time to come out of your ego, to come away from those 3D words and start shifting into a 5D word. After all, we're all shifting our frequencies, and some of the conversations that we do use are not aligned with the 5D energy. So we really have to start practicing on how to get rid of those 3D words and move into the 5D energy. So pay attention to your dreams, your daydreams, your night dreams. Keep pen and notebook at your bedside, so when you wake, you can just write down very quickly. May not make any sense at the time, but throughout the day, you'll eventually be able to understand what your dreams mean. They are definitely messages for you. So let's see what we have going on for our Libras. Libra energy. Unconditional love for our Libras. Unconditional love for our Libras. Loving yourself with no conditions, and that applies to all the people around you as well. When we speak about sacral energy, that really is about the inner child, your wounded healer, your wounded Chiron energy. This is a perfect time to heal that energy, let go of judgment, shame, guilt, or blame associated to anything relating to your childhood. That 9-6 is that 6 energy, so this is definitely about realigning your body system and becoming more attuned and more aware of loving on you and taking better care of yourself, bringing more balance into your life. So pay attention to that sacral energy and pay attention to what you need to let go of so you can have more unconditional love for self. Loving that. As we move into our Scorpios, before I go into our Scorpios, I didn't even check in to see if I was streaming where I need to be streaming, which is what I usually do. So I'm going to interrupt myself a second before I move into our Scorpios and I know I'm there because I have a little note there, so that's a good thing. So just want to tap in because I didn't do that just yet, which is so funny, which is very funny. All right. So I am here on Twitter. So anyone who's watching on Twitter, thank you so much for being with me right now. Feel free to leave your comments. I'm going to jump over to YouTube and see if there's anyone there and continue this beautiful read. All right. So if you are watching from YouTube, please go ahead and do me a favor. Put your comments down there. Share it out. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do. Please do. And I'm going to land on my personal page. and see if there's anyone hanging out with me there. And if not, know that you can always rewatch this. That's the fun about all of this, is that you can always rewatch. So anyone who is going to be watching on the Facebook page, please put your comments there, and of course I'll come back and comment back to you. So we are up to Scorpio's energy. Scorpio, this is definitely a time for transformation. Definitely a time for transformation at this particular time. Knowing that with the opposition of Leo, that Aquarius energy, and Pluto, know that that does definitely impact you as well, because of Pluto being your ruling sign. And then of course you have the South Node in your energy as well. So there is some massive change taking place for you as well. Activating pact change, active pact change coming in. And what does that look like? What one chakra can you work on to be more aligned? Interesting. We just had this one for our Virgos, and now we have for Scorpios. So spiritual career. As I always say, anytime a card shows up twice or more than twice, it's not just a message for the sign that it's showing up for, it's a sign for all of us. So pay attention to this card as well. So whatever sign you are and whatever chakra is associated with your sign, add this one to the work that you have to do as well. So it's the throat chakra you want to work on, because there is conversations that need to take place in order to change the career into a spiritual career, a career that's going to serve your purpose. That 7 energy is about bringing more balance into your career, and not just having a job that helps you pay your bills, but having a job that serves your soul's purpose. That double 7 is about change. So for you Scorpios out there, this is perfect time to let go. Let go of what doesn't serve your soul's purpose and start moving into your spiritual career. It's never too late to get started. So throat chakra activated so you can have those conversations, so you can say what you need to say. If you need to write something, a new resume, whatever have you, do just that. But it's also about learning to listen as well. So pay attention to spirit. See what spirit has to offer you as well in reference to that guidance to a spiritual career. Love that. So that's our throat for our Scorpios. And then we move into our Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is definitely a period of time to explore travel, to explore higher learning, to explore your higher consciousness, your higher awareness, to be in that space to bring more balance. So quieting yourself down during this time and preparing yourself for this energy that's in Gemini, because that's obviously your opposition sign. So you'll be feeling a lot of stuff going on for you as well, to help you bring more balance into your life, more harmony into your life. So meditation could be really important for you. And the card that shows up for you, which showed up earlier as well for our Leos, now which shows up for our Sagittarius, is all about patience. Patience. So be patient with yourself, because again, with this opposition energy of the sun's energy in Gemini, Sagittarius will also be feeling all of this massive shifts going on, traveling in your sleep state, taking you to where you have to go, bringing more balance into your life, getting rid of what does not serve you, but being patient as you're on this journey. Journal the things you are grateful for. Journal. That 4 is associated with your home. So be patient with your family members as well. There could be a family member that may not be meeting eye to eye with you at this very time. Be patient with them. Recognize that that family member is your teacher and may be teaching you something about yourself that requires you to have patience. So that 4 is also about your body as well. So being patient with your body at this time. So learning to move your body is equally as important, so you can bring more balance back into your energy field. That's our Sagittarius energy. Moving right into our Capricorns. Now for you Capricorns, this has been a wild ride for you from the very get, because we had Pluto directly in Capricorn in retrograde for some time, and it's going to get ready to do the same thing as of June 11th. Pluto is going to backspin back to Capricorn, giving you an opportunity to review and see what you need to heal at this very time, which is what Gemini is helping you to do at this time as well. Recognizing how Mars is going to help you make changes. So if you've been stubborn and not willing to change something, please let go of that stubbornness and allow Mars to help you out. and step into that energy to change, to shift, to heal. Perfect time for healing, nurturing, and being the healer that you are, and allowing yourself to step into that energy as the healer. Now, it's interesting, out of the cards so far, out of all the signs, all the cards have shown upright except for our Capricorns. You guys, your cards are in reverse, which means reverse means there's some resistance. So apparently you have been resisting. You have been resisting the change, perhaps. You're resisting something that is related to family, matters of the heart. So that 1-5 is very much associated to the energy you're in right now, is to begin to heal a family issue. It's really important to do that during this time. You really want to move that energy along. So if there is a conflict going on between you and somebody else in your family, work on that conflict. Start healing it. It's very important to do that over these next 8 weeks. There will be a lot of fire energy coming up between you and that person, because after all, Mars and Leo both being double fire energy, there might be a lot of disputes showing up. It's really important just to listen, pause, pay attention to what the other person is saying, because they might be saying something that may help you heal, may help the relationship heal. You don't always have to speak. Sometimes you really just have to be a really good listener. And if there's something you need to get off your chest, do the same thing. Let that person know that you want to have a conversation, and have that conversation. This is a perfect time. Mercury is no longer in retrograde. Mercury went direct on the 14th of May. So we are in theoretically the shadow period, but we're very close to ending it because we're already the 20th of May. So this is a great time to start having those conversations so you can heal whatever needs healing. Because of this fire energy, you may definitely see spurts of intensity going on between you and that person. So work on healing the relationship. Cards in reverse, so you definitely have resistance, but if you do the work, it will definitely be worthwhile. All right, we move into our Aquarius, which we already know. Pluto is in Aquarius for you guys right now until June 11th. So June 11th, and then it's going to backspin back into Capricorn. And because Aquarius, you are the opposition of Leo, lots of energy going on for you right now based on the changes that you're enduring. What changes are you experiencing right now? What's going on in your life that's very different than what it's ever been? And know that with this amazing Mars and Leo, double fire energy, things are about to get heated up. So let's see what one chakra you can work on so you can be perfectly aligned, clear out whatever blocks you have, so you can experience and receive this change gracefully. So for our Aquarius, message here is to be fearless. Because there is a lot of change. There is a lot of fire going on right now. There's a lot of action taking place. So you need to be fearless. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of letting go of the shame, the guilt, the judgment, the blame that you have towards yourself or towards others. It's about being fearless. Use that as your power. Step into that as your confidence. The chakra here is your sacral energy. So this may very well step back into your younger years where you might have been holding on to some stuff. It's time to let that go. That 7-8 is about healing. It's 15. It's our 6 energy to heal, to nurture, to change, to let go of anything that's not serving you, anything that's not helping you to be fearless. It's time to let go of that energy so you can be fearless. That's the message. That is your message. Let go of anything that doesn't help you to be fearless so you can be more fearless in your energy field. So that's how Aquarius. And this holds true for me because I happen to have an Aquarius moon. So quite interesting. I want to take a moment just to say hi to some who are hopping in at this very minute. I see I have Francine here. Hello, Francine. How are you? If you are leaving a message, I'm going to peek at it to see if I have any messages going on from those who are watching. And I currently do not. Do I have any messages? Let's see. Comments. Any comments? No comments at the moment. That's all right. Feel free to leave your comment. Let me know if you happen to know what your sign is in Mars and what's in your 5th house in Leo energy. If not, you can also just let me know your sun energy, because the sun will be entering Gemini in a few hours, if not by tomorrow, depending on where we are in the world. So I'm moving on to our Pisces energy, the last zodiac sign of the 12. Remembering that Pisces holds the energy of all 12 zodiac signs. which means you guys feel everything. You're very intuitive, you're psychic, and as the sun enters Gemini, this is going to be a time for you to be connected with family, be connected with home, be really connected with your own body, become really aware to what makes your body feel good and what throws your body off track. So this is a positive energy for us Pisces, and I say us because I have a sun in Pisces. So I'm very excited for that. So let's see what one card you can work on, what chakra you can work on to be more aligned with this change that's coming in regarding your home. Your home could be related to your shelter, your workplace, and of course your body. So wherever it is you are focused on, and it could be all of the above as well, remember that this energy we have is active, packed change. So lots of changes taking place, not just in one area of your life, it could be plenty of areas. So let's see what we have in store for our Pisces. For you Pisces out there, whoo, what a card. Surrender. 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 What do you need to surrender? What do you need to let go of so you can embrace this change that shows up in the fourth house energy? Fourth house is your home, your career, your family, your shelter, your body. What do you need to surrender? What do you need to let go and give to God? That 6-8 energy is about change. It's massive change that's taking place. It's the heart energy. So this is about being in gratitude, being grateful, being in the space of just pure compassion and love. So how can you embrace that heart energy so you can feel more compassionate and more grateful for whatever it is that's going on in your life right now, and still be willing to surrender and let go what you need to let go of so you can embrace this energy as we move into the sun and allow the Mars Leo energy to help you take massive changes, massive leaps to changes. So that's our Pisces energy. Remember that 5 energy is all about Leo. So this is about having fun. This is about being expressive. This is about being creative. This is about the unpredictability. But this is also about being courageous enough so you can surrender. Be courageous enough so you can surrender. Let it go. Let it go. Yes. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So I'm loving that for all of us. And I'm kind of curious to know how this lands with each and every one of you. As I always say and suggest, is come back and rewatch. And when you rewatch this time, have pen and paper. Write down the energy that showed up in your sun sign. If you want to be a daredevil, write up the energy that showed up in your moon and rising sign. Then go back, look at your Mars energy, look at your Leo energy, and look at the 5th house energy. And write that down. So when we really think about it, we could be looking at about 6 different chakras. Unless, of course, you are what I like to call a triple threat or double threat. And what that actually just means is that for your sun, moon, and rising, you have one zodiac sign in all 3. If you're a double threat, it means that one of the 3, sun, moon, have the same sign, or moon rising has the same sign, or vice versa. And then there's a different sign, so you'll be working with less chakras to work on. But have fun with this. And if you are a beginner at this, just really stay focused on that one sign. And I recommend that you work on your Mars energy right now. Take a peek at your Mars energy on your chart. And if you don't have a chart, you can go over to any free natal chart, pull it up, and you'll have all your information. My favorite happens to be astro.com. It's the most easiest one to read. Put in all the information that's there, and then you get this beautiful chart that you can take a peek at. It gives you some amazing insight. You may not really know how to navigate through that chart, which is where I come into play. Feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I would be more than happy to help you out. For that matter, when you do email me, put in that email that you saw this live video, whether you saw it live or on the replay, put that in there, mention that, and you will definitely get to take advantage. You could do one of 2 things. You could receive a 15-minute complimentary self-growth discovery session to discover your chart, or you can turn around and take advantage of a 45-minute self-growth discovery session. Mention this video, and you'll get a special price upon mentioning this video. Either way, you'll get time with me. Healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do enjoy coming here and sharing this insight with you because, after all, my whole mission is really helping women over 40. I do work with men as well by referral who are at a crossroad so they can release weight, gain strength, gain confidence, and fully embrace their soul's calling. In order to embrace your soul's calling, you got to be willing to clear energy from your system so you can be the best version of who you are. Because you already are the best version. You just got to get all the cobwebs out the way. So I'd like to invite you to come join me tomorrow. Tomorrow, which is Sunday, May 21st, on my amazing show, Joanne's Healing Within, 3:33 p.m. Eastern. It's actually going to be at 3:30 because it will be streaming off of StreamYard. You can catch it on Strong Island Television on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And if you, of course, have other obligations, you can always watch it on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV as well. I have an amazing guest who's coming on my show for the very first time. And he's actually a colleague of mine. So I'm really excited to introduce him to the show. He will be speaking about his topic. He will be speaking about consistency builds credibility. His name is Rich Pearson. He is the founder and chief of Your Success magazine. So those of you who do writing, after all, the sun's going to be in Gemini energy. So this is a perfect time that if you are looking for that platform to get credibility, to get to be seen, get your name out there, I highly recommend you come join the show tomorrow. You can watch it live, you can watch it on the replay, get to know Rich, find out about his magazine, and see if it's a good fit for you. I myself am one of the contributors to the magazine, so I, of course, have only but great things to say about the magazine. So if you'd like to join us tomorrow, 3:33 p.m. Eastern Time for Joanne's Healing Within. You can catch us on Strong Island Television. You can watch it on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. So with all that being said, of course, I'll share a little bit of energy, what's going on tomorrow. But for now, come back and watch this. Remember to bring your notebook and pen, jot down your notes, work on the chakras. It's associated with your signs. Do the work because that's the most important part of this is doing the work. You have to clear these chakras. So whatever sign you are, work on that chakra that needs clearing so you can be more aligned with this energy that's coming through as Mars and Leo, double fire, helping you through your active pact changes that are definitely on its way. You're not going to get away from this. It's definitely going to happen. It's a collective energy, and anything that is collective becomes personal because each and every one of us creates the collectiveness. So until then, enjoy this energy. So much more to come. But for now, enjoy Mars and Leo. Again, Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of my amazing deck. You can also get my deck on Amazon if you're interested in learning how to play with them. I offer a course in that as well. Till next time, have an awesome, awesome rest of the day or night wherever you are in the world. And I will be back to share some more amazing energy with you over the next couple of days. Bye-bye for now.